Hi, my name's Dave Young from CryptoVest.com and this is A Week in the Markets, your 7-day roundup. What's happening with cryptocurrency prices for investment of around about 5 minutes. You can stay ahead of the game. If you want to be ahead of the game, you want to be subscribing. Now this week we've had a really strange week. We've had the recent bull runs completely wiped out again by the bears. So what was happening? Well, as we came out of last week, there was the slight depression in the air. There was the Winklevoss twins getting knocked back for their ETF product. Market didn't like it. Everyone's feeling a little bit down. And as we come into this week, everyone's thinking about the next ETF that's coming up for SEC approval that was rumored to be coming out on August the 10th. Well, it seems that the market took a look at it. Maybe they have some inside sources, they're listening, but they start to believe that it's not going to come out till the first quarter in 2019. So they start taking a very pessimistic stance. Everything's going the wrong way. Then early in the week, HitBTC have a technical glitch. They go off air. Everyone's suddenly spooked for a few hours, thinking it might be another hack. Then, as the week's going on with its pessimism, we get to later in the week, and Okex, what a star performer. They liquidate a $400 million futures bet on Bitcoin, saying the guy wasn't going to pay his thing and they had to stop it. So you have this ridiculously rich cryptocurrency exchange that's supposed to do due diligence. It gives too much leverage and credit to a wide boy. The wide boy sees Bitcoin going wild, can't meet his debts, defaults, they cancel it, and they put some money in themselves. Then they tell the market that Okex traders on futures will be out of their future profits paying $9 million. Can you believe it? Only in the world of crypto, or maybe illegal gypsy boxing rings. I'm not surprised the market's not more spooked. So let's get down to the figures. And this week with Bitcoin, we have only spent a brief time at the start of the week above that all-important $8,000 mark. Slipped over the week, losing 13% overall. Now move on to Ethereum. Pretty similar story. Didn't get hit quite as hard, but at the moment they look in danger of going well below $400 again. At present, around about the $410 mark. Then we have XRP, spent a fortune, paid publicity last week. Maybe that cushioned the blow for them because they managed to stay with just 5% losses and hovering around the 43-cent mark. Bitcoin Cash, lots of noise about the flippening. What stupid phrases they have sometimes in this trade. How they were doing more transactions than actual Bitcoin. But the market listen didn't really mean that much. They lost about 0.5% more than Bitcoin. They lost 13.41% and they're just above the $700 mark. Then we have EOS. EOS making a big thing about their network, that they actually were processing far more transactions than Ethereum. Okay, they were spam, meaningless transactions, but they were shouting. Well, they didn't do that well. They dipped down below that $7 mark. At the moment, seem to be holding steady at 707. They seem to have stopped the route. Then we get on to Stellar on the rebound after the recent good times, getting hit really heavy, 20% across the week. Then Tron, similar story, wipe out at 20%. They're holding steady at the moment at about 3 cents. Then we get across to who the big winners are this week. It's going to be a brief section because there aren't many of them. Remember, there's only 7 coins out of the top 100 in the green, and a couple of those are suspect. So, number 1 slot is Metaverse ETP, seeing over 25% growth over the week. But I look back in the history, not a lot seemed to be. Somebody might be playing with it. I saw an article from Christine Masters within the last month talking the market with people saying rumours of post-ICO exit scam with the founder quitting, Eric Gu, and loads of tokens being loaded on at one point on a daily basis while they get the money to get on exchanges. They never got on those exchanges. So all kind of weird errant behavior, very volatile coin, one to be a little bit wary of. And then number 2 is MOAC, mother of all chains, the Ethereum Chinese killer, blah, blah, blah. And this one's had 20% over the week, but you've also got to look back that they were really pumped up artificially in May. And ever since then, they've been slipping down. So not a great indicator, another one to be wary of. Now, number 3 is ODEM, on-demand educational marketplace. Now, they've seen 17% across the week, seem to be doing very healthy. They had a partnership announcement with IBO, someone like that. And if you look back from where they come from April, since they got in the market, they've just been going up, nice and steadily. They've done 9 times their own initial price growth since they've been on the open market, which is very impressive. Then we see Ethereum Classic managing to get away from the complete bear sentiment and bouncing themselves up to 3% on growth on the final preparations getting on Coinbase. It's kind of protecting them and giving them a little bit of good growth when they need it. And we also hear news that Coinbase are looking at getting these ERC20 tokens on and might be looking at as much as 37 tokens they might consider putting in their custody program. Now, could this be the shot in the arm the market's waiting for instead of ETFs? Then we get across to the biggest beatings of the week. Who's been taking a real caning? Who have the bears been savaging with their short bets? Loser of the week was Mithril, going up last week with the news of a new partnership. Maybe that partnership wasn't what it turned out to seem. Whichever way, they've rebounded back and they've lost 41% in the week. It's been a hard week for them. Following them, we have OneChain losing 36%. They were going on about their new OneChain 2.0 being this great upgrade to the software. Markets reacted, they didn't think that much. That's quite a big loss. Then we have Walton Chain upgrading in July, getting their new wallet out, announcements. Well, rebounding for them. They've lost over a third of their value in a week. A very harsh week for them. I'm Dave Young from CryptoVest.com, and this was a week in the markets. If you want to stay ahead of what's going on, if you want to see where the movements are coming from, what the levers are, you want to be subscribing. Stay current, stay valid, stay tuned. Stay away from the bears. Till next time.